Did you know that popular myth claiming we only use 10% of our brains is actually a complete misconception? It's a story that's been passed around for decades, but the truth is far more fascinating. The real story is that we possess the incredible potential to tap into 100% of our brain's capacity, if we understand how it works and learn to unlock its full power. Let's dive deep into the mysteries of the mind and discover how to harness this hidden potential. First, let's dispel the myth. The idea that most of our brain remains dormant is simply false. Early studies that suggested only 10% of our brain is used were based on limited observations and misunderstandings. In reality, virtually every part of our brain has a purpose. Even during rest or simple tasks, our brain is actively working, shuffling neurons, forming connections, and processing information. The idea that large portions go unused is just a misconception rooted in outdated science. So where did this myth originate? It likely emerged from a misinterpretation of neurological research in the early 20th century. Scientists observed that only a small percentage of neurons fire at any given moment, leading to the false conclusion that the majority of the brain was inactive. But what they didn't realize is that neurons fire in complex, coordinated patterns, and even the resting brain has a rich internal activity, what we now call brain networks. The truth is, our brain is an incredibly efficient, fully engaged organ. We use all of it, all the time. Now, a key piece of the puzzle is understanding the role of GILA cells. For a long time, these cells were dismissed as mere support structures, but recent discoveries have shifted that view entirely. GILA cells are active players. They're not just background support, but crucial for neural health, communication, and adaptability. They help maintain the chemical balance in our brain, facilitate the formation of new connections, and even regulate the activity of neurons. Think of GILA cells as the conductors of an orchestra, fine-tuning the symphony of neural activity. Let's explore how neurons and GILA cells work together. Neurons are the messengers. They transmit electrical impulses that form the basis of thoughts, feelings, and actions. But neurons don't operate in isolation. They're part of intricate networks, and GILA cells are the engineers behind the scenes, ensuring these networks run smoothly. They provide nutrients, clear away waste, and help forge the pathways necessary for learning and memory. During development and learning, GILA cells play an even more vital role. They participate in synaptic pruning, the process of strengthening useful connections and eliminating less used ones. This ongoing collaboration keeps our brain adaptable, flexible, and capable of growth. It's a dynamic partnership, neurons firing and communicating, GILA cells maintaining and refining the landscape of our mind. Now, understanding this synergy is the first step toward unlocking our true potential. Our brain isn't just a collection of isolated parts. It's a harmonious system that thrives on cooperation. To truly harness this power, we need to appreciate the delicate dance between the brain's two hemispheres, left and right. The left hemisphere is often associated with logic, analysis, and attention to detail. It's the side that helps us with language, mathematics, and problem solving. It's precise, methodical, and focused on the here and now. Conversely, the right hemisphere is the realm of creativity, emotion, and spatial awareness. It's where intuition, artistic expression, and holistic thinking reside. But here's the magic. These two sides don't work in isolation. They are meant to collaborate seamlessly. When they do, our minds become more versatile and powerful. One simple yet effective way to promote this collaboration is through cross-lateral movement, like crossing your arms or legs. This action encourages both hemispheres to communicate, to work together in harmony. It's as if you're inviting your brain to dance, to synchronize its rhythm and unlock hidden potential. Imagine the benefits. When your hemispheres are in sync, you tap into a supercharged cognitive toolkit. Logic and creativity merge, allowing you to approach problems from multiple angles and find innovative solutions. This state of integration boosts your ability to process information more efficiently, enhances your learning, and even sparks moments of insight and inspiration that seem to come out of nowhere. What's fascinating is that this hemispheric dance is a natural part of human development. Around the age of 7 or 8, children begin to show signs of brain dominance. One hemisphere takes the lead, then the other throughout the day. Sometimes you're thinking critically and analytically. Other times you're feeling inspired or intuitive. These fluctuations are normal, but they can also be a challenge if we get stuck in one mode. Being stuck in a single hemisphere limits our perspective. Think of it like viewing the world through a narrow lens, missing out on the full picture. The key to overcoming this is to consciously encourage our brain to shift into a state of hemispheric synchrony. When both sides work together, they create a harmonious flow that enables us to think more broadly, decide more effectively, and innovate more freely. Achieving this state isn't just about understanding, it's about practice, and there are practical techniques you can incorporate into your daily routine to foster this synchronization. One of the most powerful is mindful breathing and meditation. These practices calm the mind, reduce stress, and create the perfect environment for hemispheric cooperation. By dedicating just a few minutes each day to deep breathing, inhale slowly through your nose, exhale gently through your mouth, you signal to your brain that it's safe to relax. When your mind is calm, your neural pathways become more receptive to communication, making it easier for both hemispheres to work together. Creating a calm environment, free from distractions, further enhances this effect. But don't stop there. Incorporate cross-lateral movements into your routine. Simple acts like crossing your arms, touching your opposite shoulder with your hand, or even shifting your legs while sitting, can stimulate both hemispheres simultaneously. Try it while brushing your teeth, cooking, or even while at your desk. Small, consistent actions can foster significant shifts in brain harmony. Next, tap into your creative side. Engaging in artistic activities like painting, playing music, dancing, or writing activates both the logical and emotional centers of your brain. These pursuits aren't just hobbies, they're powerful tools for strengthening neural connectivity. When you create, you're training your brain to think in integrated, holistic ways. The more you practice, the more natural this collaboration becomes. Another effective approach is brain training games. Puzzles like Sudoku, chess, or memory games challenge your brain to think critically, strategize, and adapt. These exercises stimulate both hemispheres, pushing your cognitive boundaries and building resilience against mental stagnation. They're fun, engaging, and deeply beneficial. By weaving these practices into your daily life, you're not just improving your mental skills, you're transforming your entire approach to life. Whether your goal is to reduce stress, boost creativity, enhance memory, or sharpen your decision-making, brain synchronization is a versatile tool. Now here's a profound insight. When you consciously work to integrate your hemispheres, you break free from the cycle of repeated neural patterns. Too often, we fall into familiar routines that limit our growth. Repetitive thoughts and behaviors reinforce existing pathways, making it harder to innovate or view problems from a new angle. But when you intentionally engage both sides of your brain, through movement, creative pursuits, or mindfulness, you disrupt these habitual grooves. You force your brain to forge new connections, to explore unfamiliar pathways. This process not only enhances cognitive flexibility, but also promotes personal growth. Think of it this way. Your brain is like a garden. If you plant the same seeds repeatedly, it becomes a monotonous landscape. But if you introduce new seeds, new ideas, new activities, you cultivate a vibrant, diverse ecosystem. This diversity fuels innovation, resilience, and adaptability. And here's the most exciting part. This process of brain synchronization isn't just about improving mental performance. It can liberate you from the constraints of ruts and habits that limit your potential. When you activate both hemispheres in harmony, you open doors to new perspectives, creative solutions, and breakthroughs you never thought possible. This leads us to a powerful realization. The myth that we only use 10% of our brains is not just false, it's limiting. We are capable of so much more. Our full potential lies in understanding, nurturing, and harnessing the incredible complexity of our neural networks. In fact, by mastering brain synchronization, you're paving the way for a more fulfilled, balanced, and innovative life. You're cultivating a mind that's adaptable, resilient, and ready to meet any challenge with clarity and creativity. It's about awakening the dormant genius within. So, how do you start? Begin with small, intentional actions. Practice daily mindfulness, incorporate cross-lateral movements, engage in creative activities, and challenge your brain with puzzles. Over time, these habits will become second nature. You'll notice greater mental clarity, emotional balance, and a newfound capacity for problem solving. Remember, the journey isn't about perfecting every technique overnight. It's about consistency and curiosity. Stay committed, explore new methods, and be patient with your progress. Your brain is an incredible, adaptable organ, ready to evolve and expand. In conclusion, the false myth of using only 10% of our brains has kept us limited for too long. The truth is that we are capable of utilizing our entire mind if we learn to activate and harmonize its different parts. Brain synchronization offers a pathway to unlock this potential, fostering creativity, resilience, and personal transformation. By consciously engaging both hemispheres, practicing mindfulness, and embracing creative exploration, we can break free from old patterns and step into our fullest selves. It's not just about smarter thinking. It's about living with greater harmony, purpose, and fulfillment. The power to transform your mind is within reach. All it takes is awareness, intention, and a willingness to evolve. Your brain is your greatest asset. Unlock its full potential and watch your life flourish. The journey to a more vibrant, innovative you starts today. Because remember, you are capable of far more than you've been led to believe. The key to unlocking it is already inside your mind, waiting for you to activate it. Are you ready to harness the full power of your brain? The choice is yours.